What do you love about Play Now Online?
I just like the like to compete stuff like that. I like that you can't use the same team. You know how you have to wait 5 games before you use a different.
2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Davis. Klay Thompson is out there with Irving. Then there's Washington. And it's Gafford in at the 5 spot. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3, the small forward. There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across eras.
Now, here is Irving. From the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
You know, when things aren't going your way, it's tough to stick it out. So I applaud them for hanging in there.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Knocked away. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And he gets it to go.
He's got an elite combination of speed and athleticism. Morant, he is special when he gets out in the break, though.
Nobody near Irving. Drills it from outside.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And, Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Now here's Thompson. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Memphis. Shot from the wing. Edey with the rebound.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Bane passes to Jackson. The 3 ball. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. A pass to Wells. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Washington, that's good.
Yeah, such a creative playmaker. Love seeing Irving find the open teammate and make the right pass.
Here's Wells. Offensive rebound. Bane. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Now, here's Gafford. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Memphis leading by 4. And a wide open look for Bane. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to the score.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Shots good by Gafford.
His passing has always been a staple of his career. Not too many are better at dishing than Kyrie.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Thompson kicks to Davis. Pass to Gafford. Thompson outside. Puts up a three. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Wells in the corner. Shoots over Gafford. The shot by Wells, no good. Mavericks trail by 6. Washington with it. Now guarded by Wells. Back to Washington. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently. See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Wells' shot is good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Mavericks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Irving passes to Washington. Hands it from downtown. Washington's got 8 points.
So skilled at finding these opportunities and making these opportunities. Kyrie, he makes the right pass to the right guy at the right time.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Jaren Jackson. G.G. Jackson, he's checked in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Count that bucket.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point. But these teams, they are built to score. So
now, here's Marshall, who's coming off a 13-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And how about the defensive impact he's had, racking up 3 blocks and making his presence felt.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 1. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Irving drives in. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
On the drive, Irving is so crafty. He's got so many different tricks. Left hand, right hand, fillet, floater. You pick it, he's got it.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Irving from long range. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Dante Exum. Anthony Davis is out there with Thompson. Then it's Williams. And it's Lively in at the center, locking down the middle. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the score by Dallas. No good from Clark. Mavericks trail by 4. Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You would look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Outside Williams. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That 3 off the mark.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here is Williams. His last outing, 16 points for him. Wants to get it to Lively and does. 2 points. That one goes. Lively's got 4 this quarter.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
And it's Morant missing. Mavericks trailed by 5. Pass to Exum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Exum's got his first basket of the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they get pushed around on that low block.
Well, a chance to check out some stats for Ja Morant. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Edey's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Christie subbed in for Dante Exum. Williams double team. Davis has the open look. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
Just some quick thinking from AD. Doesn't want to give the D any time to react. Just catch it and shoot it.
Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Here's Kennard. Banked in off the glass. Kennard's got 5.
Those are some hustle points. Really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Williams kicks to Davis. Down low. Here's Christie. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
Wells is checked in for Memphis. Conchar comes in for Luke Kennard. Williams passes to Christie. On the wing, Williams. Guarded by Morant. And it's Davis missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
He saw a path to the rim, and he took it. The defense just couldn't stop him.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Dallas. 6-point game. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Thompson for 3. Thompson with the 3.
And this is Thompson's shot, one of the most gifted outside shooters the NBA, the world has ever seen.
Jackson misses. Mavericks trail by 3. Launches it. Here's Gafford. Even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. A minute 50 left to play in the first half. Here's Conchar. The 3-pointer, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Thompson. Fires the three. Edey with the rebound.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Morant bats for two. Offensive rebound. Edey gets the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch.
And the Mavericks call time here.
We'll get free t-shirts. So make some noise.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Jackson comes in for Wells. Baines checked in for John Conchar. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Davis. Najee Marshall comes in for Klay Thompson. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Christie. And Irving subbed in for Williams. Pippen. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
41 seconds left in the first half. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Edey can't hit. Mavericks trail by 5. 3-on-3. And finished off by Lively.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Edey can't hit.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Irving with it. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Irving's got 8 points. Here's Pippen. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
The Mavericks.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Half. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Love to see a team grind for those offenses. They're doing the dirty work and converting those extra possessions.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Grizzlies shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the block. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. RJ Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Morant. Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Wells with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Finished off the break.
And he's no stranger to contact inside. Love watching Jackson bully his way through aggressive defense.
The Mavericks trail it. Here's Irving. And blocked by Bain. Out to the wing. Here's Wells. And the three off target. Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Thompson for the triple. Do not leave Clay open.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Some of the best free throw shooters in the NBA. Let's highlight them. Kyrie Irving, third.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Chalk up 2 there.
There's such a great pace to Kyrie's game. That mid-range jumper, look, it's one of the best in the game.
There's Jackson with the 3. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists now tonight.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Irving kicks to Washington. They get it back. Here's Gafford. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Jackson passes to Morant. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Morant's got 7.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
Dallas calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Brandon Clark comes in for Edey, and it's Kennard in for Bain. And Dallas with a change here, too. Exum's checked in. Davis finds Washington. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Morant passes to Clark. Here's Wells. Good on the bucket. Wells has got it all tied up now for Memphis.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here's Exum. 5 points in the game. And the rejection by Jackson. To the inside. Grant. And Irving pulls it down. And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Exum, and finished off by Exum.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Morant passes to Jackson. Lets it go from deep. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Loads it up for Davis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Jackson throws it down.
Putting on a show. Jackson Jr. showing you what a big man can do at the rim.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Passes it to Davis. Davis owning the paint and gets it to go.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And Richard, talking about Anthony Davis for a second here. When healthy, he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistake, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world.
To the left side wing. And it's Exum. Time on the assist by Irving. And it's 9 points for Dante Exum. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Thompson is double. Shoots the three. Another three for Dallas.
A capable shooter from distance. Give Kyrie space to fire, and he does not pass it up.
Clark kicks to Pippen. Launches a three. Craps in the tray. Pippen's got 7 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pippen against Irving. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Mavericks leading by 3. It's stolen by Aldama. Fast break Memphis. The pull-up. Kennard's shot is off. Dallas has gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. On the wing, Dinwiddie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. And there's the pass to Kennard. The three. Hits the three-point bomb. 8 points for him. So it's the Mavericks now. Irving for 3. Can't get it to fall. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Mavericks. He is seeing the court so well today. He set a new season high for himself in assists. Yep. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
One possession at a time. No offensive rebounds and help and talk to each other on defense.
Defensive rebounding, a big emphasis for Coach Jason Kidd, and something he'll obviously continue to harp on.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. If you start giving it up on the offensive glass, very few good things are going to happen to your team, and that becomes really deflating.
DJ Washington.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Big men on the floor for Minnesota, Washington and Gafford. Irving is out there with Christie. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. Uncovered. And Bain pulls it down. Bain's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jackson in the corner. Back to Pippen. Takes the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Irving with the ball. Now defended by Bain. Here's Christie. That shot no good. Some solid defense from Pippen. And it's sent back by Irving.
How about that block from Irving there? Getting the timing just right on the defense.
Mavericks leading by 5. To the middle. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Pass to Marshall. Back to Irving. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. Irving's got 12 points in just the second half.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Jackson misses. Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Marshall gets the bucket. And it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Aldama with the ball. Washington's on him. Pippen for 3. Sinks the triple.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Irving passes to Washington. Dallas moving the ball around. There's the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Washington's got the lead back up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And Gafford throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Left side, Bain. And they pick up 2.
Powerful move by a power guard, Bain.
Mavericks leading by 8. Dallas calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
It's just too bad they're on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. It would have been nice for him to have a chance to perform like this in the postseason. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Okay, time for an injury report. And let's get an update on John Morant's injury. David, any news there?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Memphis's head athletic trainer. They've told me that he has tendinitis in his shoulder.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
Pass to Edey. For the 3. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. He's shooting 5 for 8.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Here's Irving. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Bain kicks to Pippen. From deep. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Irving passes to Gafford. Back to Irving. Now, here's Washington. Pass to Davis. 4 on the clock. Over Bain. And it's off the back rim. No good. And for Memphis, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
Passes it to Washington. Inside, stolen by Jackson. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The feed to Pippen. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Really putting the bigger defender on his heels. I love seeing aggressive finishes like that.
Irving against Pippen. Now Irving. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. It looked like you were in an extra crispy special kind of zone tonight. How did you do it?
Man, well, the beauty is in the process. It's in the preparation. You know, before I get here, I'm trying to get locked in mentally. Just trying to come out here and put on a good performance, lead my team, do the best job I can. That's all I'm trying to do.
It was all on display.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
You know, I love games with high-scoring outputs.
Yeah, we all know that. But do you know who had the highest-scoring single game of the 2024-25 regular season? Who scored a league high of 6?
How can the Wizards not be confident when they look as good as that? Here they were, headed to the locker room earlier on. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sideline. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. And for the Wizards, they've got Sarr. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Poole in at the point guard position. Greg, we know that both these teams have had a difficult stretch recently, and we're hoping to turn things around in this one.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity. And Kevin, I expect each side to be hungry and motivated to get this win. And if not, the struggles will continue.
Russell passes to Claxton. Kept alive. The layup off target. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Washington. This time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
Johnson. It's rebounded by Poole. George finds Koulibaly. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Nets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Russell.
Muscling it home. Cam finds a way on that offensive end.
Well, you talk about Cam Thomas. RJ, he's one of the most explosive scorers I know in the NBA.
Well, after Kyrie and KD got traded out of Brooklyn, Thomas went off, putting together a streak of 3 straight 40-point games.
Now, here is Russell. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
There are the point guard skills of Russell. When he's sharing the rock, this offense runs so much smoother.
And the Wizards with possession, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And it's George missing. Outside Williams. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Shot's good by Middleton.
It's difficult trying to throw Middleton off his rhythm. Remarkable job staying with that shot.
Now, here is Russell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And you look at the career of D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's played for several teams, including the Lakers twice.
Teams keep trading for D'Lo for his offense. He can be electric. There is a reason why he's been named an all-star in his career.
They throw good, Russell. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
They're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now, here's Poole. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Right side, Russell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Shot's good by Middleton.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Russell inside. Outside for Thomas. Takes a 3. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Thomas. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Saw the pass to Middleton. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. Here's Johnson.
2 minutes remaining.
Rebound, Washington.
2 minutes.
They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Oh, that is well said. They're being handed free points and just couldn't convert.
substitution here for Brooklyn. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Trendon Watford comes in for Johnson. Wilson, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Johnson in for D'Angelo Russell. Inside, here's Johnson. And it's all evened up.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
1:29 left in the first quarter. Johnson, the pass to Wilson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Following some ups and downs, Richard, the Brooklyn Nets, and you know this, they're back in rebuild mode.
Yes, unfortunately they are, but fans shouldn't let the word rebuild discourage them. The Nets still have a ton of solid pieces, and it's just a question of making smart moves from here on out.
The first one falls. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Holmes can't get it to go in.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Johnson. The rebound by Champagnie. Washington trailing. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. George, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Nets basketball.
.34 seconds left in the first. Shoots. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Johnson against Brogdon. Johnson outside. Lets the three fly. Johnson missing again. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
16.
Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Wizards' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Johnson is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Cam Johnson. Then it's Sharp. And it's Clowney in at the power forward. Here's Carrington. He had 15 points last outing. Sarr's shot is off. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Hey, guys. The Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sarr, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. So it's Brooklyn now after the basket by Washington. Lets it fly. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Oh, that's just a beautiful work of art. Thomas is a 3-level microwave scoring threat.
Now here's Kispert, covered by Johnson. And here is Kispert. Scoreless thus far. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smart misses. And it's Williams with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson left side. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bay gets the bucket.
Going up strong through the contact. Bay getting it done.
The Nets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Nobody near Williams. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
D'Angelo Russell.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. For 3, Kispert. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the middle. Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Really seems like everyone in the league can elevate these days, and Johnson, well, he's no exception.
Pass to Carrington. Over Thomas, and it's Carrington missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And they'll keep possession. And yes, it's good. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Good work on the offensive glass. Johnson putting his 6'8" height to great use.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Now here's Thomas, a dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Russell against Poole. 5 on the clock. And the pass to Claxton. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
Love the selfless approach from Russell. His teammates appreciate when he finds them uncovered.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Poole against Russell. Kicks it out to Johnson. Thomas outside. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for them, they're still out in front.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And here's Middleton after D'Angelo Russell hitting the 3. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Poole. Russell against Poole. 3-pointer. The rebound by Middleton. Washington's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Bay. Washington gets it back and a new 14. Here's Coulibaly. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Now just a 2-point Brooklyn lead. Timeout called the Nets. You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard. And you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got close.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Champagne's checked in, and Georgia subbed in for Bay. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Brooklyn?
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
And Russell is a shoot-first kind of player, a combo guard who doesn't lack any confidence.
Beyond the arc, and that one's good. Champagne's got 5 points so far.
And not the tightest D right there, and he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That 3-point shot is his bread and butter.
Now here's Wilson. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New York. Here's Sharp and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Near the three-point line, it's Poole. The shot's good on the assist by George. Poole's got 4 this quarter.
You got to keep moving when you're inside like that. Poole with the textbook move.
Passes to Wilson. Plays it up off the glass. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
For 3, Middleton. And again, Washington with the triple.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with the basket, coming off a pretty pass.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Clowney. Johnson outside. High post shot. They grab their own miss. He can't get it to go. Here's Coulibaly. No good from 11 feet. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Wizards lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They stayed within arm's reach in that opening period. 5 points, their largest deficit. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
George is out there with Song. Then it's Coulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Poole in at the point. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. Pass to Johnson. And Claxton throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And if you listen to Cam Johnson talk about shooting, my goodness, RJ, he is a student of the game.
Studies a lot of different shooters, constantly analyzing his own footwork. And you know what? The result speaks for themselves.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. Here's Williams.
What defensive focus from Middleton. Able to anticipate the shot and get a hand on it.
Poole. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan. Poole's got the lead up to 5 now for the Wizards. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And the foul called on Alex Song. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Williams. He's got 7. Claxton the pass to Russell. For 3. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You got to blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
The offensive rebound. The kick out to Poole. From downtown, it's good from long range. And now it's an 8-point Wizards lead.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Scooped up. Here's Johnson. Excellent D there from George.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Back to Poole. Nice ball movement by Washington. Sarr gets the bucket.
Physical defense, but the strength training already kicking in for Sarr.
It's Thomas on the wing. There's the pass to Claxton. Johnson surveying the floor. They get the rebound, and Claxton throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the board from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Poole. 9 points in the game so far. For 3, Kispert. Nets trail by 8. Here's Thomas. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Thomas got 6.
Oh, Cam Thomas is a very comfortable mid-range shooter.
Now, here's Poole. D right on him. Here's Kispert. Rebounded by the Nets. Now, Watford. Nothing on the board. It's tipped, and they get it back. Thomas, it's a wide open look, drills the three-pointer.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And here's Poole for 3. Connects from three-point range. He's got 12.
And this game has Poole's fingertips all over it. This man is dominating right now.
Here's Williams. Makes it off the glass.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Here's Sarr. Defended by Sharp. Sarr's shot is off. Nets trail by 4. Shot from 16. The shot is good off the backboard. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Really putting the bigger defender on his heels. I love seeing aggressive finishes like that.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Jordan.
He's putting up about 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at his huge role in their offense, a major contributor as far as putting up points.
He's just a natural scorer and someone this offense leans on to help shoulder the load and lead the charge.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Champagne's checked in. Bay comes in for George. Johnson, he's checked in for Kispert. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jordan Poole.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get this sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Pass to Sharp. 1:19 left to play here in the third. Good.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work in the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Nets trail by 5. On the wing, Johnson. Puts it up from 12. And again, it's Brooklyn converting. And it's Bay with the ball for the Washington Wizards. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Smart. And the Wizards lead by 5.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Watford, that's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it beautifully here in the third, 56% from the field. Here's Johnson. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Johnson surveying the floor. Fires from deep. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
The 3 from Johnson. They get it again. Another shot. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Sharp.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the Washington Wizards. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Williams is out there with Sharp. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Thomas. And it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Double team on Thomas. Pass to Claxton. Back to Thomas. To take the lead. Fades and shoots. Here's Sharp. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Wizards lead by 1.
That gives him his second 3 of the half, with 3 total for the game.
Here's Thomas, and then Thomas with the dunk.
Thomas is electric. He always makes things happen when he's on the floor.
Smart finds Middleton. To the inside. Kispert with the bucket. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Johnson, the pass to Claxton. Pass to Williams. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Thomas. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Thomas got 4 points now in the quarter.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
In transition, here come the Nets. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Kispert with it. Thomas is there. And Kispert the bucket on the assist from Smart.
You can't leave someone open when Smart is running his team, because he will find that mistake.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. For the Wizards, Sars checked in for Corey Kispert. And Poole subbed in for Smart. Then for the Nets, Johnson comes in for Sharp, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Johnson. Coulibaly with it. From outside the arc. That shot off. Here's Thomas. Offensive rebound. He can't get that one to fall.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Middleton against Williams. Russell kicks to Williams. Over Middleton. Williams can't get it to go. Wizards have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Middleton outside. There's the triple. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Here's Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
An experienced player who is never shy. Russell, he owns the big moment.
From past the arc. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Here's Williams. It's deflected.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Back to Middleton. The pass to Sarr. Over Claxton. Sarr gets the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Wizards lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Wizards.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Middleton for three, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
And the pressure just doesn't get to Middleton. In fact, he embraces it, loves the opportunity to take the big shot.
And it's George missing. Nets trail by 4. Now, here's Thomas. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Eager to prove he can carry the load, Thomas comes up big in the clock. This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Claxton. Tries yet again. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver. Oh, we've seen it before, and we'll continue to see it from Poole. There is no sweat from this man in a big moment like this.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They trail by 2. 50 seconds left in the game. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Chris Middleton.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, during the break, listened in with what Jordi Fernandez was telling the team. Now it's a close one, so Coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. We play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's what his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Here's Russell. Shoots over Poole. Oh, they get it back. Money! A huge shot to tie it up.
Oh, Mr. Ice in his veins himself. Fearless play from Russell. He doesn't let the stakes bother him at all.
Timeout call by Brooklyn. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Stolen by Brogdon. And Brogdon with a clear path to the rack. It's good! 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Russell fires away from way outside. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's Washington who scrape by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll do it, folks. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the end.